What's up, y'all? This is BoxingWave. I wanted to do a video talking about potential Floyd opponents for his next fight. Floyd versus Canelo was 2 days ago, and everybody's been talking about who Floyd should fight next. A lot of people have been tweeting. I've seen people challenge Floyd. I've seen interviews, people asking the same question: who will Floyd fight next? So I figured I'd do a video break down some of the guys that I feel should fight Floyd, or a lot of people are expecting to fight Floyd, and why they should, why they shouldn't. First person I want to speak about is Danny Garcia. Obviously, I want to speak on him first because he has the best chances of fighting Floyd next. Being that he was on the other card of the Floyd versus Canelo fight, I want to speak Danny Garcia. I think Danny Garcia has the best chances because he's undefeated. He has a little fame now. His fan base has been growing. He beat Amir Khan. He knocked him out. He beat Zab Judah, so a lot of people knew him from that. But this fight against Matisse was the big fight because everybody thought Matisse was going to knock him out. Everyone thought that... I predicted that he wasn't. I predicted that Danny Garcia would pull the fight off by decision. But a lot of people thought, he was Danny Garcia was the underdog in this fight. And he won impressively. And I think he is one of the best boxers out right now. And not because of, his power or, his boxing skills, but because he's willing, he can adjust to his opponents. A lot of these fights he was losing early, and you know what? He started timing them and started getting used to the way they fight, and this is why he won the fight. So I think Danny Garcia is very talented, but I do not think he should fight Floyd Mayweather. Why? Because Floyd Mayweather is just he's I'm not going to speak on how good Floyd is, but two reasons why he shouldn't fight Floyd next. One, because the weight. I don't think Danny Garcia should fight Floyd Mayweather on his first fight at 147. I think he should fight a couple of guys at 147 first. Good guys, good names. There's a lot of good names out there that he can fight, and that would bring money and draw in money. I think he's popular enough now to probably do his own pay-per-view. So I think there's a couple of guys he can fight before Floyd. He probably gonna end up fighting Floyd because there's not really too many people Floyd could fight, and I'll speak on why. But unless he wants that big fat check now, that $5 million, $10 million, whatever they end up paying him. If he wants that big check, then he's obviously gonna take the fight for Floyd in May. But if he wants to actually possibly fight Floyd later and get better up into that point, which I think he should do, which I would do, I think he should wait. I think he's gonna have another opportunity to fight Floyd, but we'll see. Another guy that I want to bring up is Amir Khan. I want to bring up Amir Khan because Amir Khan has been calling Floyd out the last few months. He's been just calling him out and talking about he wants to fight Floyd. And even though he lost, everyone's going to say, yeah, but Amir lost to Danny Garcia. He got knocked out by this guy. He lost to this guy. He's lost some fights, but you know what? Amir Khan always make good fights. He always make good fights. He always fights the same way. I've never seen him back down from anyone. And he wouldn't back down against Floyd. I think he'll fight Floyd the same way he fights everyone else. He's going to come there and use his speed, his footwork, and he's going to go in there and fight Floyd the same. Will I think he lose? Yes, he's going to lose to Floyd, but it will be a good fight. It's going to be better than this Canelo fight, which I think Canelo went in there and froze up. I don't think Amir Khan would do. So if we're talking good fights, Amir Khan is a lot more famous than Danny Garcia, domestically and internationally. And I think he'll draw in some good money. And, at the end of the day, that's what it's about, drawing in money and fighting the guys that, people want to see him fight. So I think Amir Khan is a good opponent for the next fight, but I think he will lose too. I want to bring up Adrien Broner real quick because a lot of people still say that they want to see him fight Floyd. They have similar styles, even though I think Adrien Broner is very flat-footed. I think he's fast. I think he has power, but he doesn't match up well against Floyd because he's very flat-footed, and his defense is not really that great. He has the same style as far as boxing and rolling off punches, but he's not quite as good as Floyd. And I think Floyd would dominate him pretty easily. And they're not going to fight anyway because they're friends. They want to keep the money in-house. Adrien Broner is on Golden Boy. He is not under Floyd's promotion. He's not. A lot of people keep saying that on Twitter. I see people say it all the time. It's not, they're close, but he's not with Floyd as far as the promotion is concerned. I think eventually, if Broner keeps winning and doing well and they keep that relationship, I think whenever Broner's contract with Golden Boy is over, he might jump on Floyd's promotion, depending on how that's doing in the next couple of years or so. But they're close. They're not going to fight. All right, so let's stop the talk with that. Another guy I keep seeing people bring up, Timothy Bradley, the winner between Timothy Bradley and Marquez. Obviously not the winner because Marquez already got destroyed by Floyd, so he's not fighting Floyd. Timothy Bradley's not going to fight Floyd. Why? Because Timothy Bradley is in top rank. You see what happened between Golden Boy and when they try to, Bob Oram is the head of a top rank. Him and Floyd don't get along. The fight is not going to happen. Top Rank and Golden Boy is not doing any kind of business right now. So let's stop with stop bringing up boxers that is with Top Rank. It's not going to happen. Top Rank, HBO, Golden Boy, Showtime. Right now, Floyd is with Showtime right now. So he's not doing anything with HBO. And it's not going to happen. The fight's not going to go down. Is it possible for something to come up later where they could be neutral and fight in the future? Maybe, but right now it's not happening. Timothy Bradley's Top Rank, and that's why that fight won't happen, because Timothy Bradley is still undefeated right now. He has to fight with Marquez coming up. I think he might win that fight, but he's not going to fight Floyd no matter what happens. So stop bringing that up. That's not going to happen. Speaking on that, Manny Pacquiao, I'm just not gonna totally just think that the fight can never happen. It can still happen. You know why? Because at the end of the day, it still has a possibility in drawing in the most money in pay-per-view history. They might have just beaten the record now with Canelo. I personally don't think it's gonna beat the record, but it has potential to beat the record with I think Oscar and Floyd. As far as pay-per-view buys, Manny Pacquiao, I think Manny Pacquiao has a better chance of fighting Floyd before Timothy Bradley does, because I think maybe in the future, you never know, these guys can finally get along and kind of work something out where they can fight each other. Most boxing people that watch these fights are not hardcore boxing fans, so they hear the name Pacquiao, they hear Floyd. People want to still see the fight. Believe it or not, people still want to see this fight. So if Pacquiao wins against Brandon Rios, maybe, maybe not in May, but maybe in the next year or two, Floyd got 4 more fights to go. He might squeeze Pacquiao in there somewhere because it would draw a lot of money. I don't think Pacquiao will win, even though I don't think Pacquiao is that much of a decline like everybody thinks he is. I don't think Pacquiao will win the fight, but people want to see the fight. It will draw in a lot of money, and at the end of the day, that's what is the biggest goal on this, is drawing in money. So I spoke on Danny Garcia, who I think has potential. Amir Khan has potential to fight Floyd. Not Adrien Broner, not Timothy Bradley, not Manny Pacquiao. 140. Nobody at 154 really. Is besides Canelo. Canelo was supposed to be the one, so that's what they promoted the fight as the one. He didn't do the job, and he did terribly that night. So really can't really think of anybody else that can fight Floyd at this point at 147. I don't know. I can't think of anyone. I pretty much I see Danny Garcia being the next guy. You know, him or Amir Khan. And it's probably going to be in between those two. But just wanted to speak on that real quick. Please leave comments. I want to know your opinions, or tweet me at wavy at wavy_10 WAVY_10. Let me know your opinions. Please leave comments. I'll reply to the comments, so please leave comments just in case I left someone out. Oh, real quick, Bernard Hopkins called out Floyd, said he wanted him to go up to 160 to fight him. That's not gonna happen. Floyd's not gonna do that. It's too late in his career to move in that much weight, move up that much in weight to fight a guy that is legendary, but he doesn't need to prove, he doesn't have nothing to prove to fight Bernard Hopkins. And me personally, I don't think that is a fight that people want to see. It's just not going to happen. I think Bernard called him out. I didn't see him call him out, but I saw an interview on them asking whether or not, asking Floyd Sr. what he thought about that, and he thought it wouldn't happen. Floyd's not going up to 160. So there's a lot of guys in 160 that Floyd could fight, but he's not going up. That's too risky. See what happened to Roy Jones. Roy Jones moved up to heavyweight. He went up. I don't remember if it was cruiserweight, heavyweight, but he moved up in weight, went back down, and started getting knocked out all the time. So I don't think it's good this late in his career. Floyd's 36-year-old. He'll be 37 soon. So I don't think that's a good idea, and that's not gonna happen. So let's end that. Bernard Hopkins, it's not happening. The fight is not gonna happen. So that's just my opinions. Leave comments. Follow me on Twitter, wavy_10. Subscribe to my channel and subscribe to USA MVP's channel as well. Follow USA boxing on Twitter as well. I discuss boxing all the time on my Twitter account, so just hit me up on Twitter if you have any questions or any input, or bring up any fighters that I might have forgot. All right, thanks for tuning in. See you later.